Ah, what a beautiful day, and you join me for episode 12. Episode 12. Wow, if we manage to get past episode 12, we'll officially have done more videos than For the Kingdom did. Which, to be fair, it's looking like that's going to be the case. But look at that. We can't even get on top of the battlements. But there we go. Having a lovely look out across the world in the daytime. I don't know if I've shown you this view in the day, but you can see all sorts of little bits and bobs going on. Look at that. Marvellous. But the reason why we're up here today is to, starting the episode off, we need to see who's done the quest. Because if I turn my head slowly, you can see that the beacon has been turned off. Now, I understand Robbo has done the quest. Yes. Right, so we'll have a little read of that in a moment, I think. Oh. And here's some quest items. Oh, interesting. What's all this? Wagon tracker. We'll have to look into that. So, well, I suppose we better read this book, haven't we?
Squire Robbo, 368, 15th of November, 2021. The journey to Gully's quarry was peaceful. On arrival, there was no one to be seen. I looked around, and the crops seemed to be growing nicely. There was a kettle on the fire, so I thought I'd put on some water to make a cup of tea. That's when I found a compass pointing to a wagon. I'm going to finish my tea and investigate it. It looks like I found the quarryman's wagon. It's been ransacked and left in a ditch at the side of the road. There's also a trail of blood that I'm going to see where it leads. The trail of blood led to a hideout for a group of soldiers who call themselves Nashar. They were a tough opponent, who were very well equipped. After defeating them, I found orders from their lord. He sent them to go ahead of the main forces and make weapons and armor so that the main force could destroy our precious lands. The worrying thing is that this hideout was right outside the castle, and worse, the note said that the main force would be here within weeks. We need to prepare for this. Robbo 368.
Well, how very worrying indeed. That is worrying. Very worrying. So worrying, I think that we might need to call a bit of a meeting. But I think we need to gather a bit more evidence first, because I don't think we can launch into essentially a war without having more evidence. So, where to begin? Where to begin? But, with the rest of the episode today, we have got some big business to deal with, some big business. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back over to the shopping district, and we are going to finish our shop. We're going to finish our bookshop, and then later on we have got a bit of a meeting, bit of a business opportunity, you might say. Another wonderful morning in the shopping district. So, as we said, we're going to be doing our shop today, and as you can also hear, beneath this road there is a whole cave full of nasties, which we're going to try our best to ignore while we build, because there's a lot down there, if I'm honest. There's a lot. I'm pretty sure that this hole in the ground is purely what is keeping the shopping district safe at the moment, because it's taken up all the spawn count. But as you can see, we've got it laid out here where we're going to be building in our normal sort of fashion. Now, initially, I wasn't going to bring the pavement up to, for those of you that are watching in the US, we call sidewalks pavements. So, sidewalk, also pavement. We're going to be building the pavement along here and actually bringing it up, which we weren't initially going to do. So we better make some bits and bobs to start doing that in our normal sort of fashion. So I'm just going to cut out for a moment while I do that. And we've finished the pavement. There you go, as you can see. Now, my hope is with this is that much like the lamps that we've got in La Putria, so like this one, which I do actually need to move that one to there. Maybe we'll do that later. But we're going to put more lamps along either side of the road down here, making this little street lit up, because it's a little bit reminiscent of La Putria and Boiiis, which is our neighbour, our good friend and ally, Boiiis. which I know, Robbo is the crowned sovereign of. So, well, I suppose we better get on with this build, and obviously I still haven't set up my stuff for doing time lapses, but we'll just sort of jump in and out, I suppose, rather than showing you a time lapse. Right, so that's done. We've put down the underfloor. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's basically the foundation floor area so that we can lay floors on top. Which makes things really good because you've probably noticed most of my houses do have this, I suppose by the standard of most people, quite a complex foundation. Because something that we do believe in over here on this channel is strong foundations. And that's why we like to have complex ones. Now, the one thing I did want to show you, why I've stopped here in between sort of clips, is these windows. Look at these. So this is now I can't remember where I've seen this from. If I'm honest, I've probably seen it on WCB builds, which I've mentioned a few times before. But as you can see, you've got these lovely little bay windows, and it's a nice way of subtly, gently forming that kind of rounded shape. Obviously, I know it's Minecraft and rounded shapes do not exist, as per se, but I think this is the closest we can get to it at this scale. And yeah, and there you go. That's going to be the windows. Marvellous. Hello! And as you can see, I've done a little bit more to the build. Not too much different, I suppose. It's a lot different from the last clip, but we've done the floor inside now. I'm still not quite sure if I'm happy with how the floor is. I do like the way this looks, and we've taken a little bit of inspiration from the house that I promise we will be coming back to later in the month, because we've kind of neglected building our home a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of nasties out here, so we'll be a bit careful. But there you go, we've got the scaffolding up on the outside, and yeah, I'm happy with how it's looking. We have made some minor changes from the design that we've done in the creative world, but as you can see, it's going to be quite a big building. But that's because not only is it going to sell books, but it's also going to act as the server library for the moment. Obviously, in the future, no doubt, we will have to build something a little bit larger for the library when there's a lot more books. But at the moment, well, there's not a lot of books. Yes. So, let's crack on. And we finally finished. So the shop did take me a little longer than I was expecting it to, but I'm really happy with the result in the end. As we spoke about the little bay windows, I do like them. I think I'm going to use them in a lot more builds. As you can see, we have kind of tried to keep in a little bit with our original shop, using that deep slate and red brick sort of finish. But we've added some sandstone in to just break up the colour a little bit, and obviously we've put our new roofs on it. There we go. And just a little shot there off the back. And yeah, I like the way it looks. For the moment, obviously my intention is that it'll probably be other buildings built on the back of it at some point, but for the moment we still need light back there. And that's what it looks like from the street level. I think it's really starting to give that sort of closed in little street sort of feel. And there we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little talk-through of the house there. But now we've got some important business to take care of. So we're just waiting for the meeting to start.
He gave Don.
Hello. Shall we?
What's going on, guys?
Hi. How you doing? You look armoured. You coming to rob the joint?
I got 12 snipers out in the mountain range.
It's gonna go one of two ways.
Oh yeah. I have a shovel. What are you gonna do now? Ah. Wait, that didn't work.
And there we go. That's our trade done. So, does anybody need any food while we're sat here?
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, a lot of steak. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Shall we do the... Did you get the steak?
Disappeared.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I did, thank you.
Did you bring the netherite? We'll do that one first, I suppose.
Let's see here.
There we go.
Yes.
All there?
Oh, yes.
Excellent, excellent, splendid. So,
Now I gotta go mine more netherite.
we are here. We are gathered here today, not for a religious ceremony, just to sort of clarify who's in the meeting. We've got Donkey, who is the CEO of BritBlock Incorporated. Robbo, Director of BritBlock Incorporated. Myself, Director of BritBlock Incorporated. And Pixelax of All the Cart Solutions.
Ah, yes.
So
Named it.
I'll chuck you the contract, have a little peruse over while we sort of just discuss. I'll chuck one to Robbo as well, so he can have a little look, just so you're happy with it. I tried to go a little bit over top on some of the wording, but let me know how you find it. I'll just sort of turn around in my chair, so I just don't look. Cool. So, if we're all happy, we can sign, and I'll give you a little bit of a spiel as to why you've chosen the right company to help with there.
I should have got some creative font design.
All right, 1 second. Let me just sign the contract here, Pixel. Erebus. Then if you pass that one to Pixel, and then Pixel pass it back to me afterwards. And can somebody sign for Donkey as well? He can't really do it with hooves.
You sign in each contract here.
Say again?
Everyone signs each contract.
Yeah, everyone signs each contract, and then you'll keep the copy signed by a member from BritBlock, and we'll keep a copy of the one that's actually signed by you, if that makes sense.
That's that one signed with Donkey.
Sick. Okay, so that one's got everything on it, so I'll sign that one. Just BBI. So sign and close that one. Cool. And then that's the one signed by us. Excellent. So, as we discussed earlier, we've got a lot of gunpowder at the moment, and the rocket guy doesn't need a lot of rockets. However, as you can see by this chart, profits are only going to go up, pretty much.
It's a beautiful chart.
Yeah. If you'd like a copy of that to look at for yourself, but as you can see, they're just going to go up in time. Ignore this red line. That red line doesn't mean anything. But if we put it this way, it doesn't matter what way around you put it; it just goes up. So
It's amazing.
even
Fantastic.
unless you do it like that. But then
Oh, God.
what
Don't put it that way.
No. We'll leave it that way. We'll leave it that way.
That's good.
Even Donkey's happy with it.
Look at him. He's jumping in with joy.
Excellent. See, and just to highlight the fact, have I got a stick? Oh, I've got an arrow. Just to highlight the fact, what we've got there is profit, which is what we're all about.
Yes.
Pure profit. I ran out of leaves to write pure, or it would have said pure profit. Excellent. So, if everybody's happy, I think that's us adjourned for now. Obviously, we've got further meetings coming up in the future. Obviously, me and yourself, Pixel, have spoke about that. So we'll come back to that. But that's it. That's it for now.
Lovely.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
Excellent. Donkey, are you happy for us? Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Very nice.
And there we go. We finished the shop. Well, we finished the shops outside, as you can probably see through the window. Not stocked yet. But we can do that another day, because there have been some developments. Big developments. So, David went on a little quest, and he found assassination contracts for all of the members of the Knights of the Withered Rose. But you'll find out more about that in his next episode. In the meantime, that's the end of the episode. Well, have a lovely evening, have a lovely day, have a good morning, have a good night, have a good afternoon, have a good lunchtime, breakfast and tea. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye.